Good afternoon. It is February 27th, 2024, and today we had a range day. Um, you can see we had a failed breakout to the low side. So usually, or not usually, but probably like 50% of the time, we'll get a breakout of that proportion, of that size in the other direction. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen. There's about an hour until market close. But let's go through and mark these trades. So in the overnight, we had this move up. So 5 o'clock comes in right as the channel was breaking, and you get a pretty strong move down. Get a higher low right here. That's also a second entry. That's off the midline. So I think that's a reasonable entry. Unfortunately, you get two dojis right after that, but that's a reasonable entry. Come up here and kind of form this double top, lower high double top type situation here, and then sells off, comes down here, big bearish bar, and then we sell off. We can't quite make it down to the lows just yet. And this kind of forms what looks like a range within the range for a little while. What's this? This object was drawn by an indicator. All right. You got something like that. And then this, so you have some type of we're making lower highs. The lows are kind of staying the same, and then it breaks out slightly to the low side, breaks out slightly to the high side, and then that's when we got our breakout. So anyway, let's go through this. Was there a news item at 7? Must have been. So I don't think, you might consider buying this, but that's a pretty big bar. And you're going into the middle of the range, so you would want to scalp out real quick. And then it, sells off right to the bottom of that. So they're just trapping people. I don't see any reason to go long or short in here, especially you're right in the middle of the range. Honestly, I'm actually seeing this. Maybe you take that second entry long. That's aggressive though. Maybe you take this. This is a double test, so it's aggressive but not super aggressive. This one also same price level, big bullish bar. This first one has more room to the EMA than this one does, but I think it's pretty decent. This one's a second entry short off of that trend line. Lower high right here. Failed second entry long right there. If you look at this as a double bottom, you got a first entry, second entry, bearish bar right there. I think you got to sit out though, just because of how close we are to these levels of support and resistance. But it does form a sell-off. And then we reverse. And this one, I like this higher low. You have this strong leg up. It goes sideways. It forms this range. Breaks out to the high side. And look, just as I was talking on the beginning of the video, when these breakouts to one side fail, you usually get one of an equal proportion to the other side. And that's exactly what happened here. So it fails to the upside. They bring it down and trap all the shorts, and then they bring it back in. You get this higher low. Maybe you go long there. I would say what is that blue? I don't know. I'll mark it green, but I just like the risk reward. It's in the lower part of this range, but you can see we have a bearish doji here, so probably not the greatest setup, but it's all right. And then boom, you get these three big bull bars right here. It comes back, tests. I like this one. I like this one good enough for a scalp anyway. Second entry long, test that midline, goes a little higher. Then it pulls back again, and now we're trying to break through that opening price. We'll just have to wait and see what happens before the end of the day, but that's how I saw it today. So, hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.